You're standing in your kitchen one morning. New coffee machine on the counter, the one you saved up for. Nice car in the driveway. Phone that cost more than your first laptop. Closet full of clothes that actually fit. From the outside, your life looks put together. But you open your banking app anyway. And there it is, that feeling. The one that doesn't match the life around you. A number that should be higher by now. A quiet unease you can't quite name. You tell yourself next month will be different. It won't be. And here's the part nobody talks about. You didn't accidentally fall behind. You followed the plan. You worked harder, earned more, upgraded your life, exactly the way you were supposed to. The car replaced the old one. The apartment got bigger. The vacations got nicer. You did everything right. But the feeling of financial progress? It never really came. That's not a coincidence, and it won't fix itself. That's not a discipline problem. That's a mechanism, a very quiet one. And once you see how it works, you'll understand why earning more money on its own almost never makes anyone feel wealthier. Here's what's actually happening. When your income goes up, your definition of normal changes. The $12 lunch starts feeling cheap. The economy seat starts feeling cramped. The older phone starts looking worn. None of these things changed. You changed. Or rather, your baseline changed. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation, but forget the label. The real thing happening is simpler. Every upgrade becomes your new normal, immediately. So the moment you reach a higher level of comfort, it stops registering as good. It just becomes ordinary. And ordinary doesn't feel like progress. So you look for the next thing. And here's the trap buried inside that loop. Every upgrade carries a recurring cost. The nicer car needs nicer insurance. The bigger apartment needs more furniture to fill it. The gym membership you actually use gets joined by the wellness app and the ergonomic chair and the supplements. Each one felt justified. Each one made sense in isolation. Together, they quietly rebuild your financial ceiling, lower than you think. You're not spending more because you're careless. You're spending more because everything around you quietly expanded. This is where most people finally realize what's happening. Let's put some numbers to this, because the math here is the part that should make you stop. Say you're bringing home $4,000 a month after tax. That should be enough, comfortable by most standards. Now let's walk through where it actually goes. Rent or mortgage, $1,400. Car payment plus insurance, $550. Groceries, $400. Phone bill, streaming services, subscriptions you half forgot about, around $200. Eating out, coffee, the casual stuff that doesn't feel like spending, $300. Gym, personal care, clothing, $150. Utilities, $120. That's already $4,120. You're over budget before you've saved a cent, before an emergency, before a birthday, before the car needs tires. And nothing feels wrong while it's happening. Now here's where the illusion really kicks in. Each of those numbers went up gradually. The rent didn't jump overnight. You moved somewhere slightly better. The subscriptions didn't pile up in 1 month. They added one at a time. The car payment replaced a smaller one when you decided it was time for something newer. Each decision in the moment felt reasonable, even responsible. You weren't being reckless. You were upgrading. But upgrades are permanent commitments dressed up as one-time choices. You buy the nicer thing once, you pay for it every single month. Stretch that same budget over a year. Those individual choices, the upgraded apartment, the newer car, the extra subscriptions, they don't add up to a few $100s a year in recurring costs that didn't exist 3 years ago. And your savings never had a chance to grow because your expenses always arrived first. Meet David and Claire. They're both in their mid-30s. Combined income of $8,500 a month. That's a good household, a real one. David works in project management. Claire is in marketing. They don't overspend, they just live normally. but their rent is $2,200. Two car payments total just under $1,000. They eat out 4 or 5 times a week because both of them work late, and cooking feels like one more thing. That's another $500 easy. Their subscriptions, streaming, music, cloud storage, a meal kit they use twice a month, run about $280. David upgraded his laptop last year for work. Claire got a new phone. They paid for a weekend trip for a friend's wedding. They bought furniture when they moved into their current place 18 months ago. At the end of each month, they have somewhere between $300 and $400 left, sometimes less. If anything unexpected happens, and something always does, that disappears. They talk about saving more. They mean it. But the math never quite cooperates. And here's the part that stings. If you asked David and Claire how they spend money, they'd say they're pretty careful. They don't feel like they're living large. They feel like they're just living. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. That's the illusion doing its job perfectly. Now here's the part that might genuinely bother you. More income doesn't fix this. Studies don't need to tell you, you may have already lived it. Income goes up, lifestyle follows. The bigger paycheck creates permission. Permission to move somewhere nicer, to finally get the car you actually want, to stop stressing about the small purchases. The breathing room lasts maybe 6 months, then the new baseline is set, and the feeling returns. The system isn't broken, it's working against you. It's working exactly as designed. Companies that sell you things need you to normalize last year's purchase as fast as possible, so this year's upgrade feels necessary. Your landlord benefits when your income rises. The car industry depends on you seeing a 3-year-old car as outdated. Even your social circle, without meaning to, pulls your sense of normal upward. Nobody sat in a room and planned this for you specifically, but the result is the same. The moment you earn more, the world around you quietly and efficiently helps you spend it. Stop here for a second. Now let's zoom out to the number that should genuinely sit with you. Say that pattern of lifestyle expansion costs you an extra $600 a month compared to 3 years ago. Just $600. That's less than a car payment for a lot of people. Over 10 years, that's $72,000 spent on a higher baseline, on ordinary that used to feel like a luxury. But that's the conservative version. If that same $600 had gone into an investment account, even a basic index fund, growing at a modest 7% annually, over 30 years it's more than $70,000. Over 40 years, it's closer to $150,000. One upgrade cycle, one quiet drift upward in what feels normal. Over a working lifetime, it doesn't cost you $600 a month. It quietly takes away your future options. The ability to take a year off, to retire earlier, to stop doing work you hate. The things you bought are mostly gone, replaced or forgotten. The cost is still compounding. So how do you stop this from happening to you? The first thing is the most important, and it's not a budget spreadsheet. It's a delay. Before any non-essential upgrade, a new phone, a bigger place, a better car, wait 90 days. Not because the thing is bad, but because desire and necessity feel identical in the moment and almost never are. The 90 days doesn't always change your mind, but it breaks the reflex. The second thing, lock in your savings before lifestyle has a chance to adjust. If you get a raise, automate the increase directly into savings before it touches your account. If you never see it, you never normalize it. Lifestyle inflation requires contact with the money to work. The third thing, and this one is slower, start auditing what you actually use versus what you're simply paying for. Not to punish yourself, just to look. Most people find $200 to $400 a month in recurring costs they barely notice and barely use. That's not a discipline failure. That's just the natural result of upgrades accumulating quietly over years. None of this requires going backwards. You don't have to downgrade your life. You just have to notice when the upgrade is serving you and when you're serving the upgrade. And this is the part most people never notice. The strange truth about money is this: feeling wealthy has almost nothing to do with what you own. It has everything to do with the gap between what comes in and what quietly leaves. Widen that gap, and everything changes. Let it close, and no amount of upgrades will ever fill it. You can have a beautiful life and a growing one at the same time, but not if your lifestyle grows faster than your future.